What up, AOK Mafia? It's your boy Artofkickz it just like that. We back with another one. Alright, y'all. So, we got a video here. This is 5 most chilling cases of stalking. Ooh, I think this is going to be good. Y'all remember that one stalking video we did a while back? Probably close to a year ago. I think that was the last time I did a stalking video. I think it might have been a Karen. I don't remember exactly what kind of video that was, but I remember it was a weird situation. If you know what I'm talking about, comment down below. But anyway, we got the lady goat herself, Miss Medusa here down here. I'm gonna have the link to the original down in the description box below. First link, this video right here. Again, this is 5 most chilling cases of stalking. Y'all boys, girls ready? I'm ready. Let's go. I wish a stalker would.
Number 5. When Amy Casehagen's ex-boyfriend started seeing another woman, she couldn't accept it. The 32-year-old's anger, jealousy, and hatred were clear. She began stalking her love rival, 28-year-old Bronson Hader, the new partner of her ex-boyfriend. Casehagen would wait, recording, hiding in the bushes, filming Hader leave for work. She would follow her and photograph her. One time, she broke into her house and took images of the contents of her fridge and entered her bedroom and took a photo of her bed. She watched and stalked Hader extensively, soaking up every detail, what she wore, where she went, when she got her mail. Casehagen learned everything she could about her. The stalking went on for months. And then finally, she planned to kill her. In one of her chilling surveillance work videos, Casehagen stakes out Hader's house, noting to herself what time Hader leaves and what she is wearing. As she walks up Hader's driveway, she is heard muttering to herself,
"I really don't want him to have a Valentine. That's really cruel of me, I know. But I still love him, which is really stupid of me."
In one video, she was standing outside Bronson Hader's house. She
said she still loves him, so hey, it only makes my goodness. I was about to say it only makes sense that she would go through or go to these extreme measures of trying to find out more about this woman because she's still so in love with her man. Oh man, woo! Women really be crazy, bro. It's weird that women are crazy, man. They seem like they should be such dainty, little kind, sweet creatures, but nah, they be.
watches her leave for work and says,
7:28 via the iPad, and she's leaving for work. She's dressed, making sure her front door's locked, checking for mail.
In a later video, Casehagen says to herself,
Thursday night, I'm assuming is when I'm gonna do it.
on the evening of April 20th, 2015,
Do what?
Casehagen broke into
She said Thursday night, I'm assuming, is when I want to do it. Do what?
Hader's home and lay in wait before striking her on the back of the head with a hammer and pushing her to the ground.
Oh my.
When Hader was on the ground, she continued the hammer attack, a total of 10 blows before trying to strangle her with a scarf,
Oh my.
blocking her nose with her fingers, and then attempted to suffocate her with a plastic bag. Fortunately, Hader managed to escape when Casehagen became distracted by a phone ringing, fleeing to a neighbor's house. Casehagen was arrested, and police found she had armed herself with a knife, hammer, set of keys, and a locksmith's toolkit. Police also found a disturbing list in her possession showed a plan to kill Hader. The first line read, "Kill Bronson, bitch deserves it,"
Wow.
and had the words hammer, cuff, and suffocate on it.
Wow.
Another photo was taken of a list found at her home, which had details of how she would either kill or knock out Hader. In 2016, Casehagen is sentenced to 12 years in prison for the attempted murder of Bronson Hader. Number 4.
They put that woman in prison for 12 years for attempted murder. Woo! God, she crazy. She look crazy. The former classmate.
When Kristen Pratt opened the message on Facebook from a college classmate, she thought it was innocent enough. Little did she know that Patrick Machione was actually a deranged cyberstalker who would spend months turning her life into a living hell.
He looked crazy.
Machion sent her a friend request on Facebook and initially claimed that he wanted to catch up with her. But on the turn of a dime, his communication with her became sinister. He began messaging Pratt incessantly, and the content of the messages became weird. Eventually, he posted 27 videos on YouTube and threatened her life on Twitter. Pratt became aware of the videos through her friends because he was contacting all of them via Facebook to ask him to tell her about the videos. Machion claimed that he was in love with her, that he wanted to be with her, and wanted her to have his babies. The problem became so bad that Pratt actually took out an injunction against him, but he ignored it and continued to harass her.
I've been sent on a mission to make Kristen Pratt feel warm and fuzzy.
Police didn't consider him a serious threat.
See, this would be killing me about the police, man. You see this stuff. You see the behavior of some of these crazy lunatics out here, and you don't do something about it. Are you kidding me? This dude is clearly not well in the head. You gonna let this man be out here in the public where he has access to be able to find where this woman is and can potentially harm her? Y'all don't care about folks. Y'all supposed to protect and serve. What kind of protection is that? Protect this woman from this man. Because clearly, probably a restraining order ain't going to do nothing. Shit, he's like, hey, as long as I'm a free man, I'll do what I can.
The cyber stalking intensified, and Machion's messages started to contain veiled threats against her. Some messages contained perverted sexual fantasies involving bondage and other things of that nature. Eventually, Machion's threats of violence and desire to hurt Pratt became more overt.
You don't want me for life, Kristen Pratt? That's a very, very unwise decision.
He began showing...
What? He said, if you don't want me for life, Kristen Pratt, that's an unwise decision. Oh my God. This man is like worse than a stalker. He's like super like obsessed with this woman. It's like his whole life. Up
at Pratt's work and at the college campus where she attended classes. Becoming afraid for her life, she started to alter her appearance, which ultimately did little to hinder Machion's stalking. Then in 2012, a police officer spotted Machion with a backpack acting suspiciously. The police thought there could be some stolen items inside his backpack, but instead, he found Machion's camera. The camera contained a number of unreleased videos where he angrily rants at Pratt and was planning to kill her.
Anyone who stands in my way will be guilty of treason.
The police officer even found a video of Machion crawling outside Pratt's workplace and instantly presented the case to the state attorney. Machion was arrested and formally convicted of cyberstalking and attempted murder. He was sentenced to 4 years in prison. He served just half of that and was released.
What?
His probation ended in June 2015. Number 3.
What's going on with him now? Is he still after her? Come on.
On May 28, 2019, one woman was walking back to her home in Sillamdong, Seoul, when a suspicious man followed just meters behind her. He apparently tried to disguise himself as just another pedestrian, but CCTV footage shows that the woman turned her head around a few times, indicating that she actually noticed the man following her.
See,
She
I saw
continued
that.
walking nevertheless and made it to her apartment. However, as she steps out of the elevator and taps on a keypad lock to enter her apartment, CCTV footage from another camera shows the man was still right behind her, waiting for the right moment.
He was trying to get in there.
As the door is about to shut behind her, the man steps out of the still open elevator and extends his arms toward the door, a second too late. Agitated, he paces around the locked door, pushing at the door handle and keypad, testing to see if he could open the door. He even tried to knock on the door. In the extended version of the video footage, later released by local broadcasters, The man loiters in front of the door for 10 minutes. He even shines his cell phone flashlight at the keypad in the dark, trying to make out the woman's fingerprints.
What is his agenda? Oh my God. Woo, man, it gotta be so scary to be a woman. Men, we don't have to deal with this as much, man. Not to say that it doesn't happen. It's happened to me. I had a stalker a few times in my life, actually. Gosh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. I just realized something. I had two. I had one in kindergarten. Yes, I know. Kindergarten, I was too young. I had one in kindergarten. And then I had one a few years back in my 20s. The kindergarten, that was a female. The other one, that was a guy. Ugh, some little short Asian man. I don't know what the heck his deal was. He was strange. I think I done talked about it in one of my videos before. Yeah, I gotta find it. I got over 2,000 videos on this channel. I'm sorry.
According to the Korea Herald, the suspect, a 30-year-old man surnamed Cho, turned himself in the following day after police investigations began. Police said Cho threatened the woman, saying he would force the door open if she did not let him in. According to the police...
What was you gonna do when you got in there? He ain't got no game. He must need some bootay. He ain't got no game, so he just don't try to take it. That's a shame.
He pressed a higher number in the elevator to trick the woman into thinking he was going to a different floor. Cho then denied all charges, saying he was drunk and does not remember anything. The police initially charged Cho with trespassing, but due to the public outrage on the incident, they retracted their initial charges and accused Cho of attempted rape, citing the Act on Special Cases for the punishment of his crimes. Number 2.
Deadly Love Triangle. Uh-oh. Here we go again.
It was the summer of 1991 in East Lampeter Township, Pennsylvania. Before the year was over, 4 teenagers from different circles would find themselves drawn into a deadly triangle that would end in the tragic death of a 16-year-old girl named Lori Sho.
Teenagers.
It all started when 19-year-old Lisa Michelle Lambert began having relationship problems with her boyfriend, Lawrence Butch Youngkin. The couple often has arguments and even used other people to make each other jealous. That particular summer, Lawrence dated Lori Sho. The couple dated twice during a 1-week relationship. According to Lori's mother, her daughter reported to her that Lawrence had date raped her in the back of his van on their last date. Lawrence Youngkin denies it. Shortly after his final date with Lori, Lisa and Lawrence got back together. When Lisa learned that Lawrence had dated Lori, she nearly went insane with jealousy. However, it wasn't the dating that had Lisa in an uproar. It was the idea that Lawrence had slept with another girl. These violent, jealous feelings grew into uncontrollable urges when Lisa learned she was pregnant with Lawrence's child. Lisa would then take her pent-up anger and fixate it on Lori by stalking her in public. Lisa would frequently harass Lori, taunting her with obscene phone calls and openly threatening her wherever she was in public. Lori's mother attempted to file assault charges against Lisa, but it did little to stop her. On the morning of Friday, December 20th, 1991, Lori Sho is found by her mother in their home. She had been stabbed numerous times. Later reports from investigators reveal Lori had suffered a 5-inch laceration to the throat, a stab wound that punctured a lung, a deep cut that penetrated her thigh to the pelvic bone, and another that grazed her spine. She also had sustained several wounds to the head and numerous defensive wounds. Lori's mother, Hazel, had left home to speak to a guidance counselor at her daughter's school at 7 a.m. It was later revealed that the appointment to see the counselor was a ruse perpetrated by the killers.
Wow.
When she returned home, she found her daughter clinging to life. She said Lori identified her killer as Lisa Michelle Lambert, allegedly telling her Michelle did it.
Wow.
Police arrested Lisa, Lawrence, and Lisa's friend, 17-year-old Tabitha Buck, at a local bowling alley later that day for the murder of Lori. Initially, testimonies from the three showed that Lawrence had dropped Lisa and Tabitha off at Lori's house, where the 2 girls murdered Lori.
Wow, both
Lawrence
of them.
claimed that he had not participated in the murder. He told police that while he was under the impression that Lisa and Tabitha were going to cut Lori's hair with a knife as a prank, He did help provide an alibi and help to dispose of evidence. According to Tabitha Buck's admission, she said she knocked on Lori's door when she and Lisa arrived at the home, sat on Lori's legs, and prevented her from leaving the home, but said it was Lisa who killed her. Tabitha said she watched as Lisa drew the knife across Lori's throat as though she were cutting a loaf of bread.
Wow.
Lisa was convicted on July 20th, 1992, for the charges of first-degree murder and criminal conspiracy in the death of Lori. Tabitha was also convicted for similar charges.
That is absolutely insane. I couldn't imagine.
Lisa and Tabitha were both given life sentences, while Lawrence received a lesser sentence for testifying against them. He was granted parole in 2003, and Tabitha Buck was granted parole on December 21st, 2019. Number 1.
Scorned Ex-Boyfriend.
Beautiful, talented, and kind, 23-year-old Molly McLaren was loved by everyone who knew her. A home bird who was extremely close to her parents and with a tight-knit circle of friends, Molly was on course to gain a top degree. The only thing missing from Molly's life was a boyfriend, so she turned to online dating to meet her perfect partner. Then in the summer...
Look, only thing missing in my life right now is a girlfriend. But I hate online dating. That junk does not work for me. I done tried it for 10 years. I ain't had no luck. I've been on one date. Yeah, it's horrible. I don't even want to do it no more. Yeah, I'm not doing it ever again.
Of 2016, she matched with 25-year-old Joshua Stimson on the dating app Tinder. The pair messaged each other for 3 months before finally meeting. According to Molly's friend, it was Molly's first proper boyfriend. Stimson, a warehouse worker, was soon spending most of his free time with Molly at her family home. But as the months wore on and Molly and Stimson's relationship evolved, those closest to her started to notice a change. Molly's father said it seemed as though he didn't have any friends and was a bit of a loner. He just wanted her to himself and wasn't interested in making new friends or even dealing with Molly's friends. Molly, a dedicated student, was also feeling overwhelmed with how much time Stimson wanted to spend with her. Stimson would just turn up uninvited when she wanted to have some time on her own to study. He would come and lie on her bed so he knew where she was and what she was doing. Stimson even quit his job in a warehouse so he could spend even more time with Molly during her summer break.
Oh, bro, what is you doing, man? Oh. Bro, don't you know females respect men more that have a life of their own and not trying to be underneath them all the time. Don't you know that, bro? That's why everybody's weirded out by you now, man. Get you some friends, dog. Get a hobby. Take your butt back to work. Don't quit your job to be with this girl. What kind of future could you possibly think you're going to build with someone if you quit your job just so you can be with them all the time? Nah.
Eventually, on June 17th, 2017, she ended their 7-month relationship, telling friends that she felt she was constantly treading on eggshells around him.
Yeah.
He couldn't accept her decision and bombarded her with messages, but Molly remained firm and wouldn't get back together with him.
Good.
Stimson then started a campaign of abuse on social media. He created posts claiming Molly was a drug addict who used cocaine and tagged her parents in them.
Stop.
The abuse carried on for days, and Molly was becoming increasingly scared, so with the encouragement of her parents, decided to go to the police. Officers checked their files, and Stimson had no record, so police told Molly and her friends and family to block him on social media and to report any further abuse. Just days later, Molly posted that she was going out for dinner with friends on Snapchat, thinking Stimson couldn't see it as she had blocked him.
That's what you don't do. That's what's be getting folks caught up, man. That be getting folks caught up left and right. I don't post where I'm at until after I leave the place, man. Folks crazy, bro. Can't be doing that, man. You can't be exposing yourself like that. Folks will just pull up on you, man. No, y'all stop doing that. If you one of them people that be tagging your location on Instagram and faceity bookity and all that type of stuff. When you out and about with people, don't stop doing it. You never know, your enemies is watching, and you might not even know they're your enemies.
But while she was with her pals in the restaurant, he turned up. Molly put it down to simple coincidence, but felt so uncomfortable she came home early.
Good.
The following morning, she went to the gym to fit in some practice for her course.
Nice.
As she started her workout, she was horrified when Stimson walked into the same gym and started training close to her.
Wow.
Chilling CCTV shows her approach him before sending a terrified text to her friend, telling her he was there. It turned out Stimson was using another woman to keep track of Molly's social media so he could stalk her. Terrified, Molly abandoned her workout and waited until she had seen Stimson leave before making her way to her car. She sent another text to Amy, the last she would ever send, saying, I feel like I'm looking over my shoulder all the time.
Oh no, poor baby. That is that's one of the worst last texts you can, and any text that's your last text is a bad text because it's your last text. It shouldn't ever be a last text, but to be worded this way, oh my God. Oh no, he done did something to this girl. I hate it. Oh, y'all, internet dating is dead. Don't do it. Don't even bother with it no more. It's too risky. Too risky.
As she got into her car, Stimson launched his brutally violent attack at just after 11 a.m. on June 29th.
And I know what some of y'all thinking, hey, look, I'm in a good, happy, long, committed relationship. Look, I know many of folks that's been internet dated and gotten married and all that good stuff. But and you can also say, heck, you can meet somebody out in the real world, go out on a date with them, and 6 months later they turn up psychopaths. Yes, true. This is all true.
He stabbed his ex-girlfriend 75 times and was arrested at the scene where his first words were, "She's in the car, I've killed her."
Oh my
During the trial, Stimson denied murder and...
He is crazy! They arrested this man at the scene. He's like, yeah, she's in the car. I killed her. What?
Pleaded guilty to manslaughter. He claimed diminished responsibility and insisted he could remember nothing about the attack.
Boy, stop.
He also argued that his mother leaving the family when he was a teenager had left him with a pathological fear of abandonment. The problem with that claim was that his actions were clearly planned.
Yes.
He went shopping for the weapons he used to kill her before the attack. Joshua Stimson was found guilty of murder. He was sentenced to at least 26 years in prison.
He did that mess on purpose. If abandonment was your excuse, you wouldn't be ending someone's life so that they wouldn't no longer be in yours. Put him under the jail. 26 years ain't enough. Put him under the jail. I'm sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. Dang. Her first real relationship. Dang. I hate that. I absolutely hate that. Dang. I gotta make sure I don't get a crazy chick for my first real relationship. Woo! I gotta make sure I pick a right one. Look. Anyway, y'all know what time it is. Like this reaction, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more. As always, the link to the original will be down in the description box below. If you haven't already, make sure you follow your boy on the gram and Twitter at Artofkickz. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.